Today is August 7th. The tariffs have kicked in. Washington is calling it a moment of triumph. More than 90 countries have been hit. Some are paying 15% tariffs. Others, like India, are paying 50%. And if you make semiconductors outside the US, you will pay 100%. That's the new announcement, 100% tariffs on chip imports. But what have these measures achieved? Trump claims billions are flowing into America, billions of dollars. And of course, there are exemptions, because how will it be a Trump trade war without special favors? So here's how things stand. The new tariffs are in place. India and Brazil are the worst hit, 50% tariffs on both countries, India and Brazil. Laos and Myanmar come second with 40% tariffs on each. Then you have Switzerland at 39%, and they don't even know why. In fact, many countries are still racing to sign a deal. Some are in talks. Others have got exemptions. Like Taiwan and South Korea, they've got exemptions. Canada got a brief extension. Mexico has dodged a bullet for 90 more days. So behind the scenes, the pattern is quite clear. If you play ball, you may be spared. If you don't, you will be punished. Trump's tariffs sound like a high school lunch. Be nice to the bully, or you won't be able to sit at the table. And Trump cannot stop bragging about it. He says the US is minting billions, almost $150 billion from tariffs. Well, technically he's right. Importers are paying billions to the government. But there's a big catch here. The tariffs rely on an obscure law from the Cold War era, an old law. It's called the International Emergency Economic Powers Act, IEEPA. It's a law from 1977. Trump is using this law to impose tariffs. But this is being challenged in court. Many companies are filing lawsuits, so are many American states. And the courts have already ruled on this twice. We're talking about American courts. They have given 2 orders. And what have they said? That using this law for trade wars is beyond presidential powers, meaning Trump cannot do it. Now, this matter will go to the US Supreme Court. If they say the same thing, if they say that Trump's trade war is illegal, then it's all but over. More importantly, these billions in tariffs may have to be refunded. Even Trump's own Justice Department has admitted it. If deemed illegal, the tariff revenue will have to be returned, and that too with interest. So there could be trouble looming for Donald Trump. Yet he continues with the trade war. Like I said, he's made another big announcement, 100% tariffs on all foreign-made semiconductors. And this is, again, very significant. Chips are the backbone of everything. Phones, cars, appliances, defense tech, everything runs on chips or semiconductors. And the US imports a bulk of the chips it uses, mostly from Taiwan and South Korea and other countries in Southeast Asia. 100% tariff means doubling the price on key components. So costs of all these items will double. And who will pay for it? Obviously, the American consumers.
So in other words, we'll be putting a tariff on of approximately 100% on chips and semiconductors. But if you're building in the United States of America, there's no charge, even though you're building and you're not producing yet in terms of the big numbers of jobs and all of the things that you're building. If you're building, there will be no charge.
Well, if you're confused, join the line. Every Trump tariff comes with a caveat. If you're selling chips to the US, there's a 100% tariff. If you're building in the US, there is no tariff. And if you're investing, again, there is no tariff. And this has saved some of the biggest chip makers, TSMC, SK Hynix, Samsung. They're all exempt from the new levy. And while some companies may be panicking, Apple has chosen a different approach. It is using presents. Yesterday, Apple CEO Tim Cook showed up at the White House. He came bearing gifts, an engraved piece of Apple glass on a 24-karat gold base.
This box was made in the U.S., California, and this glass comes on the Corning line. And the base comes from Utah and is 24-karat gold, and it sits. I'll take the liberty of setting it up.
Wow.
Congratulations,
Thank you very
Mr.
much.
President.
It's
Thank you so
fantastic.
much.
They're calling it a gift But we know what it is. It's a bribe. And it seems to have worked. Apple promised to invest in America and got exemptions on both chips and smartphones. And again, this is very significant because most of Apple's phones, most iPhones, are made in India and China. And September is the month for a new launch. So Apple badly needed this, and they chose to use gold to sway Trump.
Today, Apple is announcing that it will invest $600 billion, that's with a B, in the United States over the next 4 years. That's $100 billion more than they were originally going to invest. And this is the largest investment Apple has ever made in America and anywhere else. And it's just an honor to have you. As you know, Apple's been an investor in other countries a little bit. I won't say which ones, but a couple. And they're coming home.
So let's recap what we've learned about Trump's trade war. If you're a poor country, you shall pay. If you don't grovel, you shall pay. If you're a rich company, bring a gift. If you flatter Trump, you'll get a discount. And if you don't, good luck selling your semiconductors or whatever it is that you're selling. This trade war is not about tariffs. It's about massaging egos and gold-plated gifts. Always remember the gifts.